Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, May 19, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The Diamondbacks will have Zach Gallen on the mound for the 10th time of the year on Friday night. Gallen was outstanding last time out, limiting the rival Giants to only 2 runs in 7.2 innings, and was credited with a win to improve his record to 6-1. The veteran right-hander can be classified as an ace. He has compiled a minuscule 2.35 ERA and a 0.85 WHIP in 57.1 innings pitched. Gallen has silenced the Pirates in minimal career action, limiting them to only 2 runs and a 1-1 record in 13 innings. Arizona has been a bit of a surprise team so far this season. They are in second place in the division and have won 5 of their last 6 games. They collected 3 wins in 4 home meetings against the Giants, followed by a series victory in Oakland this week, scoring 18 runs in the 3 bouts. Johan Oviedo will get the nod for the 9th time of the season. Oviedo rebounded with a needed strong outing last time out, conceding only 1 run in 5 innings against a dangerous Orioles offense, resulting in a no decision in a game the Pirates lost. The young right-hander had 3 outstanding outings in April, but has been inconsistent since, and his ERA has plummeted to 5.14, along with a 1.64 WHIP, accompanied by a 2-3 record in 42 innings pitched. Oviedo squandered 3 runs, 2 earned, in 4.1 innings in his lone career meeting against Arizona. Pittsburgh was one of the hottest teams in April but has regressed this month. They have dropped 7 of their last 10 games and have lost 4 of their last 5 series as the bats continue to slump. They went 2-3 on their road trek after a series loss in Baltimore and 1 win in 2 meetings in Detroit prior to this series. The Diamondbacks are proving they are the real deal. They have won 5 of their last 6 games, including a series win against the Giants, and continue to dazzle at the plate. The Pittsburgh Pirates are plummeting. They have yet to win a series this month and have dropped 7 of their last 10 games and are just 1-5 in their last 6 home bouts. Furthermore, it's been nearly an automatic win when Zach Gallen is on the hill. The right-hander has led Arizona to victory in 7 of his last 8 starts. He is an ace, ranking near the top in all pitching categories including ERA and WHIP. He has conceded either 0 or 1 run in 5 of his last 7 outings. Pirate starter Johan Oviedo is struggling, allowing 18 runs in his last 17.2 innings. I recommend the run line as each Diamondbacks win with Gallen on the hill has been by at least 2 runs. Our team pick is Arizona Diamondbacks. The Pirates have cooled down in recent weeks but have received outstanding production up and down the lineup. Andrew McCutchen has managed a decent .769 ops at this plate this month despite the lack of slugging due to his ability to draw walks. The veteran has 19 RBIs and an .812 ops on the season. McCutchen had 2 RBIs in 3 games against the Diamondbacks last season. Pittsburgh is posting an average of 4.28 runs on the year, marking them 20th. The pitching staff has recorded a 3.66 team ERA, good for 7th. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs. Milwaukee Brewers vs Tampa Bay Rays. Entering this series, the Milwaukee Brewers are 11-11 on the road. While a .500 road record won't sink the ship, it's not helping their cause as they fight for the division crown. Pitching and defense should be the primary concerns when Milwaukee looks at its road woes. In only 1 more inning pitched compared to at home, the Brewers staff has allowed 22 more runs in away games. Adrian Hauser can't say he's contributed much to that, as his lone road start saw him deliver 4.2 innings and allow only 2 runs. His second start of the season was last Saturday, resulting in another Brewers win after he allowed 3 runs in 4.0 innings. Hauser hasn't gotten much work in 2023 and he also hasn't pitched deep into games. With a mediocre bullpen behind him, that may spell disaster against an elite offense. While the Brewers are laboring on the road, the Rays are thriving at home, entering this series with a 19-3 record in the Trop. Considering they just dropped 2 straight to conclude a losing road trip through New York and Baltimore, Tampa should warmly embrace their homecoming. There's no question Shane McClanahan will, as he brings a 1.57 home ERA through 4 starts into this battle. The Cy Young candidate had by far his worst outing of the season last time out, giving up 4 runs against the Yankees. It was the first time he surrendered more than 2 runs in a start this season. That game was also the first time that the Rays lost one of his starts in 2023. 7 of the other 8 starts were multi-run wins for Tampa. The Rays relievers have been scuffling a bit, so the club may need him to give the bullpen a break. The Rays are at home where their only 3 losses were against last year's ALCS contestants. The Brewers are on the road where their play has dipped significantly on both sides of the ball. This is a Shane McClanahan start for Tampa, which has produced a +40 run differential for the Rays in 9 starts. This is an Adrian Houser start for the Brewers, so he's probably going to give up a few runs in a short outing. A middling bullpen will have an extended look against baseball's top lineup. This game has Tampa Bay Rays win written all over it. Our team pick is Rays -1.5 runs. Tampa's offense has fallen in the runs per game leaderboard, down to second place at 6.16 runs per game. They are 0.03 behind first after only mustering 2 runs on Thursday afternoon. Regardless, there's not much that Tampa isn't doing well offensively. Look at any stat, and if they're not first, they're almost certainly in the top 10. Randy Arozarena, Wander Franco, and Yandy Diaz form a 3-headed monster at the top of the lineup, while Isaac Paredes, Josh Lowe, and Harold Ramirez are also mashing. When Brandon Lowe heats up, this team is going to be a nightmare for opponents. Our total pick is under. New York Yankees vs Cincinnati Reds. The Yankees played well over the past week, and they've won 4 of their last 6 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Reds, which will give them their 5th win in their last 7 games, and the series lead. New York is averaging 4.56 runs per game. Their .235 batting average is 22nd in the league. Their .311 on-base percentage is also 22nd, while their .412 slugging percentage is 13th. Anthony Rizzo leads the Yankees with a .302 batting average, while Aaron Judge leads the team with 11 home runs and 26 RBI. New York's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.13 runs per game. Opponents have a .234 batting average against the Yankees, which is 5th in the league. Their 3.81 ERA is 7th, while their 1.26 WHIP is 9th. In his last start, Schmidt gave up 6 hits and 7 runs in 4.2 innings, leading to an 8-7 loss to Tampa Bay. They will need a significantly better effort from him if they want to win this game. The Reds lost 3 of the last 4 games of their road trip, but they're back home where they have won 6 of their last 9 games. They are playing well offensively right now, scoring 17 runs in their last 3 games, and will play well offensively in this game because they've hit the ball well against right-handers, and Schmidt has struggled on the mound, giving up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 12 runs in 3 road starts, with opponents boasting an impressive .368 batting average against him, so expect him to have a hard time slowing down the Reds in this game. The Yankees have won 4 of their Chicago Cubs vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Cubs got off to a strong start, winning 12 of their first 19 games this season. Things have cooled down for the Cubs recently, with the team losing 14 of its last 19 games. The current 5-game losing streak includes dropping the last 2 games of a 3-game road series against the Twins and also being swept in 3 games by the Astros in Houston. The Phillies won the National League pennant last season before losing in 6 games to the Houston Astros in the World Series. The current season has been up and down and streaky. The Phillies opened the season with a 4-game losing streak, dropped 6 straight games from April 30 to May 6, and are on another 4-game losing streak now. The current losing streak has come after the Phillies had just won 5 straight games that included wins over the Red Sox, Toronto, and Colorado. Given then the track record of both staters, I expect this to be a tightly contested game heading into the late innings, with the bullpens making a substantial impact. Over the last 10 games, the Phillies bullpen has posted a 1.13 ERA and 0.98 WHIP, as opposed to the 6.64 ERA and 1.63 ERA of the Cubs bullpen. The urgency to snap the losing streak will be high on both sides, but the Phillies are 23-8 in their last 31 home games when facing a team with a losing record. As for the Cubs, they are just 3-9 in their last 12 games against losing clubs. I will back the Phillies here. Starting on Friday will be Southpaw Ranger Suarez, 0-0, 6.75 ERA, who allowed 3 runs in 4 innings in his first start of the season last Saturday, which resulted in a 7-4 Phillies win over the Rockies at Coors Field. Last season Suarez went 10-7 with a 3.65 ERA in 29 starts overall. At home Suarez went 4-4 with a 4.27 ERA in 13 starts. Chicago Cubs vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Cubs got off to a strong start, winning 12 of their first 19 games this season. Things have cooled down for the Cubs recently, with the team losing 14 of its last 19 games. The current 5-game losing streak includes dropping the last 2 games of a 3-game road series against the Twins and also being swept in 3 games by the Astros in Houston. The Phillies won the National League pennant last season before losing in 6 games to the Houston Astros in the World Series. The current season has been up and down and streaky. The Phillies opened the season with a 4-game losing streak, dropped 6 straight games from April 30 May 6, and are on another 4-game losing streak now. The current losing streak has come after the Phillies had just won 5 straight games that included wins over the Red Sox, Toronto, and Colorado. Given then the track record of both staters, I expect this to be a tightly contested game heading into the late innings, with the bullpens making a substantial impact. Over the last 10 games, the Phillies bullpen has posted a 1.13 ERA and 0.98 WHIP, as opposed to the 6.64 ERA and 1.63 ERA of the Cubs bullpen. The urgency to snap the losing streak will be high on both sides, but the Phillies are 23-8 in their last 31 home games when facing a team with a losing record. As for the Cubs, they are just 3-9 in their last 12 games against losing clubs. I will back the Phillies here. Starting on Friday will be Southpaw Ranger Suarez, 0-0, 6.75 ERA, who allowed 3 runs in 4 innings in his first start of the season last Saturday, which resulted in a 7-4 Phillies win over the Rockies at Coors Field. Last season Suarez went 10-7 with a 3.65 ERA and 29 starts overall. At home Suarez went 4-4 with a 4.27 ERA and 13 starts. Against the Cubs, Suarez has posted a solid 2.77 ERA in 3 outings since 2021. Our total pick is over. Detroit Tigers vs Washington Nationals. The Tigers had their 2-game winning streak snapped by the Pirates in their last game. They will try to bounce back from the loss with a win over the Nationals, which will give them their 3rd win in their last 4 games. Detroit is averaging 3.49 runs per game. Their .229 batting average is 27th in the league. Their .294 on-base percentage is 30th, while their 3.49 slugging percentage is 29th. Riley Green leads Detroit with a .291 batting average. Jake Rogers leads the team with 5 home runs, while Javier Baez leads the team with 19 RBI. Detroit's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.66 runs per game. Opponents have a .238 batting average against the Tigers, which is 8th in the league. Their 4.34 ERA is 17th, while their 1.22 WHIP is 7th. In his last start, Boyd gave up 5 hits and 6 runs in 1.1 innings, leading to a 9-2 loss to Seattle. They will need a significantly better performance from him if they want to get the win. The Tigers have won 2 of their last 3 games and 4 of their last 6 road games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 17 runs in their last 4 road games. Expect them to continue playing well offensively in this game because Irvin has been shaky on the mound at home, giving up 7 runs in 2 home starts. With Washington also having the 7th worst bullpen in the league, they will have a hard time slowing down the Tigers in this game. The Nationals have lost 4 of their last 5 games. Despite their slump, they are playing well offensively, scoring 17 runs in their last 3 games. Even though Boyd has struggled on the mound this season, he has pitched well on the road, giving up 7 runs in 3 road starts. With Detroit's bullpen also playing well at the moment, the Nationals will struggle offensively in this game. Go with Detroit to cover the money line. The Nationals aren't playing well at the moment and come into this game on a 3-game losing streak. They will try to snap their streak with a win over the Tigers, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 5 games. Washington is averaging 4.02 runs per game. Their .259 batting average is 8th in the league. Their .323 on-base percentage is 13th, while their .367 slugging percentage is 28th. Joey Menezes leads the Nationals with a .295 batting average and 22 RBI, while Lane Thomas leads the team with 5 home runs. Washington's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 4.53 runs per game. Opponents have a .264 batting average against the Nationals, which is 27th in the league. Their 4.39 ERA is 19th, while their 1.43 WHIP is 24th. In his last start, Irvin gave up 6 hits and 6 runs in 4.2 innings, leading to an 8-2 loss to the Mets. They will need a better effort from him if they want to win this game. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs.